Coming up on the next Evening Magazine, an amazing girl from Edmonds overcomes impossible odds to chase her Olympic dreams. Plus, something's buzzing in London. I'm Megan Black. Join us for Evening Magazine, coming up right after the news. We're picking blueberries in North Bend. I'm Megan Black. Evening Magazine starts now.
Go, go.
It's a painful addiction where reaching the top delivers an incredible high.
That's my problem, is that I'm addicted and I can't stop.
Go inside the grueling sport of tower running as we continue our special series, The Other Games.
London calling. Jim Dever here on a London rooftop in a bee suit.
I'm Kim Holcomb with the world record-setting swimmer from Linwood, whose ability to swim at all will amaze you.
It's Evening Magazine for Friday, August 3rd.
Hi everyone, welcome to the show tonight and welcome to blueberry season. We're at Bybee Blueberry Farms here in North Bend. Got my bucket and I'm ready to do some picking. I love blueberries and they're super healthy for you, packed with all those antioxidants. You combine that with a little exercise and you're off to a pretty good start, right? Well, the experts say one easy way to get more exercise is to skip the elevator, take the stairs. Well, there's a group of athletes here in the Northwest that have taken that to the extreme. In fact, it's an addiction, and it's tonight's The Other Games. Seattle skyline. We see tall buildings touching the clouds. They see a painful race course.
Floor 30, you're starting to gut it out.
Leading to an incredible high.
Floor 40 is the wall.
A lot of anxiety.
You feel it in your legs and your lungs.
And then the heart pipes in and it says, stop, please stop. And then, of course, the high that you get is unmatched.
Yeah, it feels really good to finish and push hard and push your body past what you think you can do.
And that's my problem, is that I'm addicted and I can't stop. I'm PJ Glassy, and I am a tower runner.
At the X Gym in West Seattle, PJ shares his addiction.
Tower running is racing up skyscrapers.
With the team he coaches. World-class tower runners, Courtney Dexter.
I'm 31. Finished 4th in the world last year.
And Kevin Crossman.
I'm 28 years old. I've won the Stratosphere Tower in Las Vegas twice and hold the record there.
I used to be faster than both of them, but now they smoke me like an old cigar.
Their speed comes with training hard for races around the world and the most challenging competition of the year, the Big Climb at Seattle's Columbia Center.
You know, I get one day a year to race up the tallest building in Seattle. My goal will be to beat my time from last year.
I hold the current women's record in that building and haven't lost yet.
It's also the biggest race in the country for turnout. There's 6,000 climbers that come to this race, so it's certainly a big deal.
Race day benefits the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
Right now, I'm nervous.
Team X Gym, PJ, Kevin, and Courtney arrive ready to win the team trophy for the 3rd year in a row.
I like seeing how hard I can push myself for sure.
Defending their title will not be easy.
A lot of mothers equate it to childbirth, and other people say that it's like having surgery without anesthesia. I don't know either of those feelings, but I imagine that's pretty bad. And I know this is pretty bad, but we'll see.
One by one, the elite tower runners begin their climb.
Come on, go, go.
Racing against the clock. 69 unforgiving flights, leading 788 feet up.
Let's go, almost there. Champion.
To a room with an incredible view. In 7 minutes, 14 seconds, the first place runner enters the top floor. Kevin from the X Gym finishes 26 seconds later. Not far behind, Courtney, the first woman to arrive. Back in the stairwell, PJ is on the verge of passing out. Still, he hangs on long enough to secure a first place team trophy. From all the pain of tower running comes the payoff.
The pain in the legs is subsiding now because I'm getting my endorphin rush. Endorphins are awesome.
It's that high Team X Gym craves after reaching the top. And without fail, Seattle's skyline delivers.
And I am reminded every time why I'm so addicted to this. I just can't stop, and then I just can't wait for the next one.
An addiction, but I'd say a pretty darn healthy one. Now, PJ says anyone can tower run. It's actually quite simple and not too bad on your knees, and you don't have to take it to the extreme. Case in point, take Shirley Lansing. She's 82 years old and often works out with the X Gym team. Shirley completed the big climb last year and participated again this year. 82, way to go. I all of a sudden feel a little inadequate. Hey, the next tower climb in downtown Seattle is just a few months away. If you'd like to train for it, we'll help you get started through the link at king5.com. Well, right now, Jim Dever is climbing into a beekeeper suit. Every night during the Olympics, Jim is showing us the other side of the games. It's London Calling.
Hey, we're here in the heart of London at St. Ermin's Hotel up on the roof with the hotel beekeeper, Camilla Goddard. First question, why does a luxury hotel have a beekeeper?
St. Ermin's is very committed to sustainability and they do a lot of planting and landscaping, but they wanted to have bees to encourage bees, which are pollinators, and they're very important for food. They do a lot of pollination. They do about a third of all our food crops. So they're essential, and a lot of hotels nowadays are trying to keep bees on their roofs and encourage this new thing, especially in London, where there's a huge growth at the moment in beekeeping.
Yeah. Second question, how do I look?
You look great. You look professional.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's important that we establish that.
Yeah.
Third question, what is the honey used for?
Basically, they use the honey in the restaurants. Especially for breakfast, they cut the honeycomb and people can help themselves. And also they use them in cocktails as well, as honey cocktails.
Oh, that's so good. Go St. Ermin's. So they're doing their part for the environment and they're also getting some honey out of it.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
I am, of course, dressed properly for being around bees. You, on the other hand, are doing some sort of courageous beekeeper thing without the whole... What?
Yeah.
Do you ever get stung?
I get stung quite a lot, but it's usually when you make a mistake or you're in a rush. They don't want to sting you, because if they sting you, they die. So it's not in their interest.
Probably not.
No.
And the bees are happy because they have a nice place to live up here on the roof at St. Ermin's. Thank you so much, Camilla Goddard.
You're welcome.
Back to you.
If you would like to get a taste of that honey for yourself, Jim has a great way for you to do it.
How would you like to visit jolly old England?
It's a terrible accent.
Our friends at London's beautiful St. Ermin's and M Gallery Hotel have a special offer just for Evening Magazine viewers.
You deserve a trip to London.
With our exclusive promo code, get a great deal on 3 nights in a deluxe double room, plus breakfast and tea for 2 in the heart of historic London.
For more details, go to king5.com.
Thanks, Jim. Still to come tonight. She was born missing 3 of 4 limbs, but that didn't stop this girl's Olympic dreams. Her story's a bit later in the show. You won't want to miss it. Coming up next, it was the biggest forest fire in U.S. history, right here in the Northwest, and it was almost forgotten. That's next. Welcome back to Evening Magazine from Bybee Blueberry Farm here in North Bend. This is a family-owned blueberry farm. It sits on 42 acres. They have 6 different varieties of blueberries, and let me tell you, they all taste different and they are fantastic. It's $1.95 a pound, and people are coming here like crazy right now. The season just opened. Well, you know, you've all heard the news accounts so far this year of the horrible forest fires. Colorado really has seen the brunt of it. But what you might not know is the largest forest fire ever in U.S. history claimed a huge chunk of land here in the Northwest. Tonight, St. Brian takes a look back at this fire, which occurred 102 years ago. It's the Big Burn. Saint?
Megan, the Big Burn was a once-in-a-millennium force of nature, one of the 10 greatest natural disasters to ever hit the U.S. But the fire had all but vanished from our collective memories when Pulitzer Prize-winning author Timothy Egan decided to make it the subject of his best-selling book.
We've never had anything like it in terms of ferocity or size.
It is August 1910. A monstrous wind-whipped firestorm charges through 3 million acres of forest in Washington, Montana, and Idaho.
These 3 million acres burned in 36 hours. So in a weekend's time, you wiped out an area the size of Connecticut.
The blaze erased entire towns off the map and killed nearly 100 people. But from its blackened, ash-covered wake came a rallying cry that saved a national treasure for every generation that has followed. Author Timothy Egan says it's a story that begins on the other side of the country with Teddy Roosevelt, a president so passionate about the outdoors, he set aside an area the size of France as national forest, public land owned by every American.
All of those were sort of radical thoughts. You know, we gave the world national parks.
Roosevelt's friend and advisor, Gifford Pinchot, headed the National Forest Service, which sent dozens of dapper young Yale graduates to logging and mining towns in the West. Among them, Wallace, Idaho.
You know, these were booming, brawling times. There were deadwoods, there were saloons, they were building bordellos. It was a murderous, lusty place where people said, screw the Forest Service, I'm going in there and doing what I want. So the people didn't respect it, and the Congress didn't like it.
In fact, Congress was on its way to defunding the 5-year-old Forestry Service when fire blew up in the Bitterroot Mountains.
This thing was cooking along at temperatures in excess of 2,000 degrees.
To fight the fire, thousands of men were drafted off the street and out of bars. They were led by the young Ivy Leaguers, as well as older men like Ranger Ed Pulaski.
At the peak moment of the blowup, he is heroic. He herds his men into this mine shaft, and at one point he pulls his gun out and says, I'll shoot you if you don't get in here.
Nearly 100 people died in the fire.
Because these people gave their lives, the newspapers all made heroes out of them. It was page 1 news all over the world.
There were stories of towns like Wallace, saved by bucket brigades, and of men thought dead, who crawled out of the forest days later.
By making heroes of these people, suddenly popular support changed.
Within weeks, Congress passed a law creating more national forests. 100 years later, signs of the Great Fire are hard to find, even in Wallace. But the greatest monument to the Big Burn may be the millions of acres of national forests that exist for all of us, the people's land.
You can find Timothy Egan's book, The Big Burn, in local bookstores. Just ahead tonight, she's set world records in swimming, but that's only part of this Linwood girl's amazing story. We'll be right back.